Evening people, welcome back to the channel. So I've got another next gen race for you guys tonight. This is the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. So this is the John Chewitt race team. Chewitt obviously relates to Chloe Hewitt, his daughter. She races the minis for real. She does a fair bit of karting as well. Did enter a 24-hour event. You did tell me where she came the other week. I do forget. Ryan Ellis. Evening, my friend. So let's just jump out of here. Let's see who's in the room. Myla Tyler, Vilian Official, Bogus Begley, Hunty the Punty, TWT UK, Revolver and Boone's Eye. So I have got a lineup of who should be in this lobby. Give me 2 seconds. Where's that gone? So in this lobby we should have 10 drivers. So we've got Myla Tyler, we've got Boone's Eye, we've got Bogus Begbie, we've got Revolver, we've got TWT UK, Dragon Eagle's not in the lobby. I think if I remember rightly, he said he couldn't race this week. No Jake Carty 96 at the minute. NGR Happy has just joined the room. Hunty the Punty, he's here. And Vilian Official's here. So it looks like Jake Carty and just Dragon Eagle then missing tonight. This is the Pro-Am lobby. There is a second lobby open tonight, Pro lobby that is being streamed live by CJW Racing. I'll put a link in his to his channel in the description, or go and check him out. Just put it in, YouTube search. I'm sure it'll come up. So who's in the Pro lobby then? We've got Scarwalls 22, VLX Sparks, F124YS, he's pretty quick, NGR Cutler, Con Reese 1805, NGR Big C, PK261, Heileher PTRT, see how I knew how to say that right, Heileher, TC Fredo 5 and NGR Cuddles, they're all in the Pro lobby, so they'll be doing exactly the same as us. So it's a 15-minute quali and then into a 15-minute race tonight, and then we go into a second race, which is a reverse grid of the first race. We are at Lago Maggorie tonight. This is the short course. The minis will make some fiery racing. Slipstream's on quite strong, so with these short courses and these fiery little cars, I know from my P1 Toyota races on Thursday nights, it makes for some real good action from start to finish. It doesn't really matter where you are on the track, there's always someone to have a bit of a fight with. So Myla Tyler is just about to start quali then. Into the qualifying session, 15 minutes of this. There's no tyre wear or fuel in the first race, so nobody out on track at the minute. Wait for P1 to do so. So Bogus Begbie is out on track, Myla Tyler out on track as well now. So medium tyres for this race, and then they have a choice of tyres for the second race, and fuel will be on as well. So just out laps at the minute. Boone's Eye Bob's, Hunty the Punty staying in the pits. Boone's Eye just left, Hunty still in the pits. Bit of a drift. So I did meet NGR Cuddles. He is in the Pro lobby. So there are a few new drivers this week than there were last week. the 2 lobbies last week and the week before were set up lobbies to get the guys into their respective categories. They were still races, they were still gaining points, but it was more to categorise them into the pros and the pro-am lobbies, which has happened now. So that's why you may see a couple of names you don't recognise from the last couple of weeks. Hunty the Punty, he's quite new to NGR. Quite a good friend with CJW, I think. As I say, he's hosting the pro lobby. So let's flick up to Myler Tyler then. Still no hot laps. Just watch him come around this last corner onto the start-finish straight. So we'll see what Myler Tyler and Bogus Begbie do. First hot laps of the race. So a 56.1 then for Myler, Bogus Begbie a 56.2 for him. Villian Official 57.6. NGR Happy's now was up into 3rd. I just think I'll just wait for everyone to come through actually. Let's get a bit chaotic for that first lap or so. Myler Tyler holding top spot at the minute, 56.1 for him. Good line over the sausage curb there. Bogus Begbie still in 2nd, 56.2. Boone's Eye Bob into 3rd, 56.2 for him as well. Volver in 4th spot at the minute on the grid, 56.9 for him. NGR Happy just been pushed out of 3rd place, he had a 56.9. Hunty the Punty then, 6th place for him at the minute, 57.1. Villian Official and Revolver 57. Oh, glitching. 57.6 for Villian. Let's see what Revolver did. He got a 56.9 then on his 2nd lap. So what's TWT UK? And he's a 59.7 then for TWT. Boone's Eye Bob now taking top spot, and Bogus Begbie overtaking Myler Tyler as well. So Boone's Eye Bob with a 56.0, Bogus Begbie with a 56.1, so nothing in it really at the minute. Evening can't shake the cliche. So Myler Tyler pushed down into 3rd then. Hunty the Punty bettered his lap, 56.9 for Hunty. Volver again, only just bettered his time, 56.9 for him. So this is the short course, as I say. There are several versions of Lago Maggiore. This is the short track. To be a favourite with a lot of drivers, this track, Lago Maggiore in general. So Villian Official then bettered his time, 57.2. Unbeatable, evening my friend. How was your race the other night? You looked pretty good. TWT back in the pits then. Boone's Eye still holding that top spot, 56.0 for him. Just stick with him as he comes across the line, as he puts in another, what's he got, 56.2 those, so consistent 56s from Boone's Eye. And next man on track. So Hunty the Punty then put in a smasher. He's a 56.0 as well, so 56.028 for Hunty. It's 0.037 of a second faster than Boone's Eye. So up into top spot then for Hunty. Bogus Begbie then taking the top spot back, 55.920 for him. No problem, mate. No problem. Glad you enjoyed it. can be difficult to hook up with these groups without Facebook and things like that. So yeah, I'm just glad we managed to get you sort of in a group and sorted out. If any of the Next Gen boys are listening and you've got sort of Facebook, not Facebook groups, PlayStation groups and stuff that YT Unbeatable can hook up with you boys with, give him a shout. He doesn't do Facebook, so he's unable to get on the page and all that sort of stuff, and Messenger. But PlayStation Messenger and things like that, he's all over, so give him a shout. So a bit of work for Bogus Begbie, for Hunty the Punty, sorry, to do if he's going to take that place back off Bogus Begbie, but he's just been pushed into third by Myler. He's also down in the 55s as well. 55.969 for him. So Boozard Bob then down into fourth spot on the grid at the minute with his 56.0. Looking a bit glitchy, Boone's Eye is. Don't know if it's just him. So Revolver in fifth, 56.8 for him. Yeah, he's bettered his time. He's got a couple of fixed 56s in there as well. NGR happy, 56.8. So he just bettered his time on that last lap. Vilian Official, 56.9 for him. Again, last lap he's just put in a bit of a smasher. TWT UK's back out. Currently just a 1:03 at the minute. So back up to the front. Bogus Begbie still holding that top spot. He has bettered that actually. So what's he done there? 55.8. Taken almost 0.1 of a second off his quickest already, and he is still putting in purple sectors. That's the wrong one because I've not got my flipping settings on. I think he's left the room and come back actually. I don't know whether you'll be able to get back into the qualifying session, mate. There's only 7 drivers left in the lobby at the minute. No positions changing in the last couple of laps. Oh, Vilian Official then just pushed himself up into 6th, 56.6 for him. Again, no tyre or fuel in this first race, so it's all-out racing for the first one, and then we go to reverse grid for the second race. Bogus still holding top spot. He's put in a good few 55s then as Bogus. Myler Tyler 0.074 of a second behind him. He's got 1 or 2 55s in there as well. Not quite managing to crack the 55s yet. He's only a quarter of a second back from P1. It's not over yet, still 5 minutes left. Short laps these, so get a few in. Let's see if we can. Oh, I forgot to do that, didn't I? Let me put my Dubries on for you lot. Now I can do that. Blam. Let's see if we can go on board with Hunty. So as he comes back down the hill then towards the S's, you've got to be careful of the sausage curb on the right hand side coming through here. You can drift 2 wheels either side of it if you're really careful, but if you get it wrong it can throw the car all over the place. So up now to the quite tight right and then towards the little hairpin, and again tight right on, sorry, tight left that other corner. This is a tight right onto the start finish straight. kept it clean on that one then, Hunty. Let's see what he got. 55.9, so he has cracked the 55s now. Close the gap on top spot. So good time to jump on board with Hunty there, as he puts his fastest lap of the race in, 55.9, or fastest lap of quali even. So NGR Happy has put himself back in 6th place, then taking that place off Filian. So 56.6 then for him. Volvo still holding that 5th spot, 56.6 for him as well. So not a lot in it. Let's see what Filian official. So he's less than a second back from P1. Times have been falling quite quick. So Bogus Begbie just parked at the side of the track, probably quite happy with his lap. 55.7 then for Bogus. I think you could be right, my friend. This will be much like the Toyotas on Thursdays. Myler Tyler then, he's just put in a flyer, 55.779 for Myler, so top spot for Myler. Will that push Begbie back out onto track? He'd still get a couple of laps in if he wanted. It doesn't look like he's going to do it. It looks like quite happy with 2nd place. Hunty Punty then still out on track at 55.9, good enough for 3rd spot at the minute. Bob also parked at the side of the track, 56.0 for him. Revolver we've just seen 56.6. NGR Happy just getting a bit driftertronic around there. So 56.645 for him. Filian official, another 56.691 for him. So everyone going a little bit wide on that corner by the look of it. So just a minute and a half of this qualifying session left, then into this 15-minute race. So he's still less than a second back than Filian official, even though Myler Tyler has just bettered his lap time. He's still less than a second back, so everything to play for still. A bit of paint removed from these cars, I can see that on these short tracks. These fiery little minis. Hunty 3rd at the minute, he's not doing too bad. What's his fastest? He has just broken into the 55, so 55.956 for Hunty. That's for Mr. Cliche. Everyone rooting for Hunty. 26 seconds left of this qualifying session. NGR Happy, where's he now? He's just put in a bit of a smasher, 56.3 for him, so up into 5th, pushing Revolver down a spot. Everyone else kind of just holding station at the minute with the grid positions. So we have ticked over the 15-minute mark. There's 1 minute 23 remaining, just while we wait for people to finish laps, etc. And then we'll jump straight into the race. So Myler Tyler then put in that smasher, 55.7 for him. Currently giving him top spot. Bogus Begbie still parked at the side of the track, so 55.790 for him. Hunty the Punty, 55.9, so 3rd for Hunty. Boone's Eye Bob in 4th with a 56.0. NGR Happy just putting in a bit of a smasher on that last one, 56.3 for him, 5th place. In 6th we've got Revolver 84, he had a 56.4, and then in 7th place we've got 56.9 for Filian official. We have lost a driver already, so TWT UK, I don't quite know what happened to him. Doing alright, I wouldn't have thought it's a rage quit. maybe it'll pop up in the chat. So I don't need to run through the order. Myla Tyler, Bogus Begbie, Hunty the Punty, Boonseye Bob, NGR Happy, Revolver 84 and Vilian Official. That's your lineup. TWT UK is, he didn't finish that qualifying session. I don't know whether he'll be entered into the race. So he left the room though, so nope, there is only 7 cars on track, so no TWT UK, that's a shame. Myla Tyler in first, Bogus Begbie in second, Hunty Punty in third, Boonseye Bob in fourth, NGR Happy in fifth, Revolver 84 in sixth. That's not a very good camera angle, is it? Let's go to that one. Revolver 84 in sixth and Vilian Official in seventh. So they're off. Everyone seems to have got away cleanly, no accidents or incidents at the minute, so we'll stick up with the front guy, Myla Tyler. Data on for you guys. So Myla Tyler then cleanly around the first corner. Looks like Hunty the Punty's got a good run on Bogus Begbie. Boonseye Bob's pushing Hunty the Punty for third place now. So Boonseye Bob just taking that spot as they come through the S's. So who's brave enough to take Bogus Begbie? Brave enough to take the sausage curb? Myla Tyler out in front, almost half a second lead. Oh, a little bit of contact between Myla Tyler and Bogus Begbie. Looks like there was a little bit of lag there as well. I will call that out as a bit of lag. But no damage done. Myla still holding first, Bogus in second, Boonseye in third, Hunty the Punty in fourth. Been pushed down a spot by Boonseye. Revolver got past NGR Happy up into fifth then for Revolver. NGR Happy in sixth. Vilian Official just a little way off the back of the pack then in seventh place for Vilian. So back up to the front. Myla Tyler still under some pressure from Bogus. Bogus just showing his nose down the inside. Again, both guys quite happy to use that curve. Bogus Begbie be looking for a look down the inside. This law is just had to back out, so Myla Tyler got the better run through there. And again around this hairpin, this can be quite easy to run yourself wide through there. So Myla Tyler just keeping that top spot then for the first couple of laps. Bogus Begbie sticking right behind him in second. A bit of a gap for me then to third place, Revolver in third. So looks like Hunty Punty and Boonseye have had a bit of coming together that I've missed. Revolver up into third, then NGR Happy into fourth. Hunty the Punty is right on his back bumper. Up into fourth then for Hunty. Oh, so a bit more contact there. I'm not quite sure what happened. So Hunty the Punty up into fourth. NGR Happy chasing him down just a little bit less than half a second back for NGR Happy. Gap coming down though. Vilian Official and Boonseye Bob fighting it out. That position changing about 3 or 4 times down there. Boonseye Bob winning out at the minute for 6th place. Vilian Official closed the gap, but still in 7th spot at the minute. Cheers can't shake the cliche. I'm going to have to shorten that to just cliche, my friend, because that's too long. Thank you very much. I'm on like 3 or 4 times a week, and if you want some serious, like non-professionalness, come and check me out Friday. I'm actually racing, and it'll be full swearing and cursing people out and everything. But this I try and keep a little bit more professional. Myla Tyler now under some pressure from Bogus. Myla Tyler whacking in purple sectors as well, still though, holding top fastest lap 56.0. So again, a little bit of glitching as they're going around there. Bogus Begbie just able to close the gap a little bit. Let's see if we can go on board with Myla Tyler. Looking back at Bogus Begbie chasing him down the start-finish straight. So he is closing the gap with that slipstream, but he's not close enough to get a move done into this first corner. See if he gets a good run through the corner. He's got a... Oh, I thought he was going to get a switchback. He's not quite got it done, so a little bit of contact. That's just compromised Bogus Begbie and allowed Myler Tyler to open that gap a little bit. Again, both of them diving over that curb. Myler Tyler still putting in purple sectors. Bogus Begbie closing the gap though. So a bit quicker through that section than Bogus Begbie than Myler Tyler. Again, just losing a little bit through there. Bogus Begbie's going to have a better line through this corner, so he's going to keep a bit more speed. Again, a little bit too far back to make a move there. Another fastest lap from Myler Tyler, 55.9 then for him. Bogus Begbie's not letting up though, so just 0.2 of a second back. All over the curbs then, Bogus. You've got to be careful on that one, mate. Again, just half a second back. Gap developing behind them. Revolver now 2.1 seconds back in third place. And he's kind of a little bit safe at the minute, so 3.8 second gap back to Hunty the Punty. He's managed to push his way back to fourth. NGR happy. He's being handed by Boonseye Bob now. 0.2 of a second back. Boonseye Bob kicking up the dust, trying to get past him. Hunty the Punty then drifting that Mini by the sound of it, as he just came past the camera while we were looking at NGR Happy and Boonseye, but kept it on track. NGR Happy and Boonseye having a bit of a tussle then. Vilian Official still tied on the back of this little pack. He's still less than a second. It's only going to take a little bit of an incident or an accident to allow him to get past. Seems to be where the action is, unless Bogus Begbie is anywhere closer to Myler Tyler. Boonseye's going to have a good run down here though towards the S's. Is NGR Happy going to take the curbs? So they both avoid that sausage curb there. You can gain a bit of time through there if you're brave enough. Boonseye just running a bit wide, dropping off the back of NGR Happy. That's allowed Vilian Official a bit of a look. So this is just what I'm talking about. You've only got to wait for a little bit of a mistake. Vilian Official can close that gap and put Boonseye under some pressure now. So he's gone from the hunter to the hunted. And Vilian will get a good toe down here as well. He's just losing a bit more time to him. So let me just check the fight in the front. So 0.8 of a second the gap between Myler Tyler and Bogus Begbie. Just managed to eke that gap out as Myler. But Bogus Begbie is closing that gap, screeching the hell out of those tyres. So 150 brake these little minis at 1,000 kilos, 1,050. So plenty of fun to rag about. As you see Bogus Begbie smoking the rear end of that thing. He's just lost a bit of time through that section though. He's over a second back now. But he is closing the gap again. Revolver's now 4 seconds back in third place. Hunty the Punty's closed him up, so he was 3.5 seconds back from Revolver. He's now just 1.1. So he'll be looking to put a move on Revolver before the end of the race. We are 8 minutes into it. 7 minutes, plenty of action to happen yet. So back with the NGR Happy Boonseye fight. Still at it. Boonseye still not managing to get past NGR Happy. Again, you can hear the punishment these poor little minis are getting going around these corners. I can imagine they're great fun once you're driving them though. I was at Donington at the weekend watching the minis. That's not what I went for. I went for the GT3s, but yeah, the minis were there as well, and they were good to watch. As well the Volkswagens, as well the GT4s. It was all fantastic. So still still just kept that lead then. Oh, Bullseye Bob's just run himself massively wide through there then by the look of it. Vilian Official closing him down. So back up to the front. Milo Tyler squeezed out a bit more gap, 1.8 seconds of a gap now. So a bit of work for Bogus Begbie to do then to get back on his bumper. Still no pressure behind for Volver. Hunty the Punty's closed that gap more though, 0.8 of a second. It's got 5.5 minutes to do it. I think it's quite easily done. No offence, Revolver, but Hunty the Punty just looks like he's got the pace on you, mate. So Hunty and Boonseye got into a bit of a tussle that I missed earlier on in the race. Knocked themselves quite near the back of the pack. Hunty the Punty's managed to recover quite well, but Boonseye's not managed to get past NGR Happy for the last few laps. Whereas Hunty, on the other hand, he's looking to do some serious damage to Revolver in a minute. So taking a wider line through there to get the run. So Revolver just running wide, so Hunty the Punty taking the inside line through that hairpin, taking the place off him. Revolver just probably feeling the pressure a little bit with Hunty right behind him for so long. He did just run himself wide on the grass there. So Hunty the Punty then through into third. He's gained 0.8 of a second gap already. No problem, Cliche, mate, no problem. VPN, evening, my friend, how's it going? Yeah, check back any time. Like I say, I'm on about 3 or 4 times a week, mate. I'm back Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. I forgot Thursdays. I'm doing Thursdays as well. So that gap now extending between Hunty and Revolver. 1.2 seconds of the gap, so not looking like Revolver's going to be able to get back and take that place off Hunty. He's got the pace, that gap extended still 1.4 seconds. So this little scrap still going on. NGR Happy and Boonseye. Vilian Official again, still right on the back of this. Boonseye taking a tighter line through there, just covering off Vilian from making a dive. About a second between these three. So just 3 minutes left of the race. Again, all three guys getting through there clean. NGR Happy just making a bit of a gap. 0.6 now. Starting to stretch out a tiny little bit. So a second is now 1.2 seconds the gap between these three. So let me flick to the front, make sure I'm not missing that. Marlon Tyler then 1.3 seconds up the road from Bogus Begbie. That gap has come down. There's a couple of laps left to do it, Bogus. So we have got a bit of glitching in the lobby by the look of it. Bogus Begbie looked like he cut that corner a little bit tight, so he's lost a bit of time to Myler. They both gained time over Hunty though, 7.1 seconds the gap to Hunty, so no pressure from third place then for the guys in first and second. Revolver now 2.5 seconds back from Hunty. Boonseye Bob is now side by side with NGR Happy. Looks like he's taking that place. So finally then Boonseye getting the job done on NGR Happy, but NGR Happy's looking for a bit of a switch back into the hairpin. Not quite close enough, I don't think. He's just compromised himself through that hairpin, lost himself a bit of time as well. We'll gain that time back a little bit down here with the slipstream. They've dropped off Vilian Official now, he's 1.3 seconds back. Tyler just managing to keep that gap. He's lost a little bit of time. It's 1.2 seconds the gap now. Bogus Begbie nearly running it wide through there. Doing everything he can. He did close the gap. It's down to a second now. So maybe I was wrong. This will probably be the last lap. 50 seconds left as they cross the line. The lap's been 55 seconds. No, I think these two might get one more in. So Bogus Becky go for a move down the inside. I think there was a bit of glitching. That looked like they were absolutely side by side there. Half a second now, the gap. We'll see if Bogus Becky can do it. He's got 2 corners left. Unless they do get another lap, then he's got a lap and 2 corners left. Oh, so Bogus Becky running wide through there and again through the hairpin. So he's lost time there to Myler Tyler. Back up to over a second now, the gap 1.1. So this will be it. The timer has ticked down. Myler Tyler is going to cross the line, take first place. Bogus Begbie in second. Good fight for Bogus Begbie and Myler Tyler to keep it so close for so long. Hunty the Punty then brought it home in third. He qualified in third and came home in third. So a good fight back for Hunty. Revolver came home in fourth. Boonside Bob in fifth. NGR Happy in sixth. And VLN Official then just bringing it across the line in seventh place. So yeah, good bit of racing there from the minis. Some good fights mid-pack and at the front. That's what we like. A little bit glitchy, but that can't be helped. Yeah, so not Myler Tyler, who am I talking about? Hunty and Boonside got into a bit of a tumble. And it just pushed him down the pack a little bit, so that allowed Revolver to sneak through into third place. And Boonside Bob and Hunty got pushed back, which they had to fight back through the pack with. So Hunty did a half decent job, got himself back into third place, but Boonside Bob, he struggled for a lot of that. Managed to get back up into fifth, getting past NGR Happy in the last couple of laps there. Was chasing him down for a few of those. So settings now changed. So it is a 30-minute race. Tyre wear is now set at times 10. Fuel depletion is set at times 8. They have 70 litres of starting fuel. And it's a reverse grid order from the previous race. So you will see Myler Tyler at the back of the pack, followed by Bogus, followed by Hunty, and so on and so forth. And you'll see VLN Official at the front of the pack. So there might be a few minutes gap while people go toilets and smoke ciggies or drink drinks or, I don't know, kick the cat. Thank you, Unbeatable. Appreciate the comments, mate. All helps push the flipping YouTube algorithms, which makes my videos do something somewhere somehow. I don't know, science. I'd ask my son, but he'll have his headphones on killing Russians on Counter-Strike or something. Well, you don't know, do you? Excuse me a minute. Why? Just gotta go and kick the cat. I'm putting the kettle on in some people's houses, I bet. Yeah, it was a good little fight at the front between Bogus Begbie and Myler. Yes, they do, mate. I think someone said it's like watchers and comments or something like that. I don't know. Live people who are watching live and comments. I don't know. I have got the YT, the YouTube bloody analytics thing, but I don't know what I'm looking at. It's all graphs and numbers and stuff. Science, like I say, I'm getting on a bit. It's all down to the boy, that kind of stuff. Boy, what's that mean? That's what he gets. So we've got Lawn H in the room. I don't know if he is NGR. He wasn't on the list. Whether he's just decided he's going to turn up. I'm sure somebody will tell him to get out in a minute. I don't think anybody's officially said we're having like a break or anything. No good race. No. Yeah, Lawn H. Yeah, you are too late. Oh, not late for the second race. You're late for the first race. Yeah, no official word that we're having a 5-minute break or anything. But I'm assuming we are. So you peeps will just have to hang about for a minute. Yeah, it's looking good out there, Hunty. You had a half-decent race. I don't know, I missed what happened between you and Boonseye. It was obviously contact. I just saw you sort of tumbling around towards the back of the pack. But yeah, good fight back to get back into third, mate. Oh, okay, Unbeatable, so it's view time. Alright, well then I'm going to ask all the people watching and subscribing and stuff like that to just put it on and leave it on. You know, watch the old, go and watch the Kika video. That's 7.5 hours long. That will get me viewing time up. Just put that on, walk off, go shopping or something. Yeah, I saw a bit of lag in there, Hunty. Yeah, it did look a bit glitchy, to be honest. So nobody seems to be kicking Lawn out at the minute. Lose a driver in the first race. We lost TWT UK, not sure what happened to him. Humber Hunter, evening. You put in Go Boon, first stop this. Oh, first place. Okay. First place this race. Well, we'll have to see. He'll be third on the grid. He'll be fourth on the grid because Lawn's joined. As I say, I don't know Lawn. He wasn't in the lineup for the original lobby. I don't think so. Anyway, unless I'm missing something. I'm sure it was only Dragon Eagle and the other guy's name, J something. Jake Carty 96, he's the one missing, along with Dragon Eagle 81, who I think did say he wasn't racing this week anyway. As I say, TWT UK, he left the lobby earlier, so don't know what happened there. Popped up in the chat 4 minutes till the race. Oh, that's probably a minute old, so it's probably 3 minutes to the race. No problem, Hunty. Go say hello. Tell him I say hello as well. So Ryan Ellis and Humber Hunter obviously know each other. Humber Hunter in the house, or something like that. So we'll see what Lawn could do. I don't know whether they're going to stick him, whether they're going to stick him at the front of the pack or the back of the pack. I don't know if he's any good. He might go around the track backwards. Who knows? So we have started the final then. 5 seconds to go. Get back in your car, Hunty. Go and say hello to CJ. So it's reverse grid. It's half an hour race, this one. Where have they put Lawn? So Lawn is in P1 then. Belian Official second, NGR Happy in third, Boon's Eye Bob in fourth, Revolver in fifth, Hunty the Punty in sixth, Bogus Begbie in seventh, Minor Tyler in eighth. So we'll go on board with Lawn. Also looks like a false start from Lawn then. He's going to get penalised for that, as the rest of the guys seem to get away cleanly. Everyone avoiding Lawn, so he'll be now down to the back of the pack. But NGR Happy now, he's in top spot at the minute, leading them down the start-finish straight. And they keep it clean through the first corner. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be any contact through there. Most of them get through cleanly. And Lawn now stuck. He's nearly 3 seconds back from his nearest rival, Hunty the Punty. So NGR Happy, he's just been overtaken by Boon's Eye. Who was shouting for Boon's Eye? Humble Hunter, so Boon's Eye. It's obviously working. So NGR Happy then pushed down into third place. Belian Official going for a lunge down the inside. And it looks like he's going to keep that place as well. So side by side coming out the start, finish straight, but losing that place then, and he's going to get overtaken by Bogus Begbie through there as well. So his line's compromised through those last couple of corners. It's looking like Revolver might make a move on him into this first corner as well. So he's gone from second to nearly sixth. Then Hunty the Punty going for a lunge down the inside. So fifth place then for NGR Happy. He was in second, a few corners back. Boon's Eye Bob then leading the train down the track then towards the S's. Over the sausage curve, Bogus Begbie taking a load of that sausage curve, so up into second then already, then Bogus Begbie. He started second from the back of the pack. So he's had a good old fight to get through there in a couple of laps. This is the second lap in fact. Belian Official then looking for a bit of a lunge. Just getting back online before Hunty the Punty makes a move on him. Hunty the Punty then is right on his rear bumper. He moves out, but he's got the outside line for this next corner. Can he get it done before it? It's not looking good. So Belian Official then, he's got the inside line for that corner. That's pushed Hunty the Punty wide a little bit. That's going to allow... So Hunty the Punty then got past Belian Official. I don't know what happened to Belian there. Unless there was a bit of glitching. I didn't quite catch. Belian Official then under some pressure from NGR Happy now. Everyone's screaming it through that corner. As I say, tyre wear is on times 10 and fuel depletion is on times 8. So you will see pit stops in this race. Flick down to the guys near the back. So Lawn has got past Revolver then up into 7th. So I'm not sure what's happened to Revolver, I've missed that. He's 5 seconds back from Lawn as well. Lawn closing the gap on NGR Happy, less than a second gap between those. He's looking for a lunge down the inside as well then Lawn. He's getting control of that Mini before he throws it in. So up into 6th then for Lawn, 7th place for NGR Happy. So back up to the front, Boon's Eye Bob leading them again through the S's. Bogus Begbie exploring track limits. Maybe they should all go backwards, Ryan, maybe they should. It's an option. Just whack in reverse and put the rear view camera on. So Hunty then has gone for a bit of a move up into 3rd. Minor Tyler right behind him. Villian official just clinging onto the back of this little fight at the front then. In 5th place for Villian. NGR happy, he's holding a bit of a penalty. He's still under some pressure from Lorne as well. So we'll see if Lorne can get another move done. He does seem to like this corner. NGR happy just ghosting out there, losing his penalty. Lorne not managing to take advantage of that though. Revolver closing the gap back on Lorne, 3.4 seconds that gap. Out on the racing softs then for Revolver. Mediums for Bogus Begbie, who has got past Boonseye Bob, so I'm not sure what happened to Boonseye Bob, but he's down into 5th place now. He's back up into 4th, got past Villian. So that's Bogus Begbie up into the top spot. Hunty the Punty in 2nd, 0.3 of a second back from him. Bogus Begbie is holding a bit of a penalty, so that could play into Hunty's hands. Milo Tyler then up into 3rd. Boonseye Bob, as we say, just had a bit of an incident. Down into 4th, then Villian official going for a move down the inside. Can he get that kept? He's got a good run, Villian. He'll have the better run through the chicane and then into the next corner as well. Just holding his elbows out then, Villian. But Boonseye cutting that corner. He didn't cut it, he took the curbs. Villian official side by side again with Boonseye, and again he'll have the inside line for this hairpin. Boonseye Bob braking early though, looking for the cutback, not quite making it work. So Villian official holding 4th then. Boonseye Bob is not going to let that lie, so only half a second back then for Boonseye. Back up to the front. So it's a 3-way fight for 1st at the minute. Bogus Begbie holding 1st. Milo Tyler just getting past Hunty the Punty there. Then having to back out through the 1st corner. So back up into 2nd then for Hunty. Milo Tyler right on his rear bumper. Side by side with him now. So again, a bit too wide going through the chicane. Still side by side coming up here into this left-hander. Tyler just getting that place off him, so up into 2nd then for Tyler. Onto the Punty back down into 3rd. So kicking up the dust there. So still close fight for this 1st place. Tyler stuck in, fastest lap, 56.2 for him. Hunty the Punty, Bogus Begbie taking the defensive line into that corner. Milo Tyler's got a good run of that corner, so side by side with Bogus Begbie, looks like he's got a really good run out of the corner. He's going to get that place taken off him easily before the chicane. Bogus Begbie just going to have to tuck in behind. Again, you can see how much more of that corner Bogus Begbie's cutting than Milo Tyler. So 2 different lines there. Bogus Begbie taking the tight line, or a little bit of contact between the 2. Just pushing Milo Tyler wide a little bit. He still holds 1st place. It's going to allow Bogus Begbie and Hunty to close the gap. Looking like Hunty's looking for a move on Bogus. And side by side, will Hunty the Punty flick back over to the other side of the track? Looks like he's doing it. He's gone for the inside. He's just had to back out through there though. So Boonseye Bob then up into 4th place, 4.2 seconds back off the fight for 1st at the minute. NGR happy in 5th. 2.4 seconds back from Boonseye. And then the gaps start getting bigger. 5 seconds for between Lorne and NGR happy. So I don't know what happened there. Lorne and Revolver. Revolver drifting that mini. Lorne drifting that mini around that corner. So battling it out. I'm not sure what happened to Villian then. I think he's been in the pits, topped up with fuel. He's out on a fresh set of racing mediums. So Bogus Begbie still holding that top spot then. Still under pressure from Myler Tyler and Hunty the Punty. I think less than a second separate these three. Gap coming down between Bogus and Tyler as well. GTSV, evening my friend, how you doing? Sorry if I've not seen your comment. I've been looking at the race. So Bogus Begbie just extended his gap a little bit. It was 0.7 of a second, but that's come right back down now to 0.2 of a second. So it's looking like Myler Tyler's going to go for a move on Bogus Begbie for the end of the start-finish straight. Bogus Begbie holding that tight line though, keeping it defensive. Myler Tyler now shooting out to the racing line. Bogus Begbie firing himself back out to get the better line for the corner. Myler Tyler then not managing to get past Bogus on that occasion. Hunty the Punty still in this fight though. He's losing a little bit of time to Myler. So almost side by side again, the P1, P2. So the liveries you're seeing on the cars are actual liveries that are on the Mini Cooper Cup cars. I'm not sure who's done all the liveries, but also a bit of contact between Myler Tyler and Bogus Begbie. Myler taking the outside line, Bogus taking the inside line but losing out there. So Hunty the Punty now in the pits. Bogus Begbie just being pushed a little bit wide through that last corner onto the start-finish straight, allowing Myler Tyler through. You can see the tyres are absolutely devastated on the front of these minis. Not so much on Bogus Begbie's, he's running the mediums, whereas Myler Tyler's on the super softs. Very similar fuel between the two. A little bit more fuel on board for Boonseye. His tyres don't look half as bad either. Front right's quite battered. Cheers GTSV, appreciate that mate. So NGR happy then, he's just up into 4th at the minute. We are just entering the first of the pit stop windows, so the positions will shift around a little bit. Lorne in the pits as well now. So Hunty's back out in 6th place after his pit stop. Oh, so he's only coming for fuel then, Hunty. He's playing the long game on the tyres. Volvo now in the pits. So he's in on the super softs. He's absolutely dry on fuel. Let's see what he comes out on. So we'll take on a full plug of fuel, I would assume. Volvo and Lorne are in a bit of a fight actually, so we'll see where Volvo comes out in relation to Lorne. So the 5-second gap between the two, you just see Lorne coming up the hill there past the pit exit. So Myler Tyler, Boonseye and Bogus Begbie all now in the pits. NGR happy then through into 1st place on the racing softs. He will get another lap out of the fuel he's got. Just keep an eye on Hunty the Punty. He's coming down start finish straight then, so let's see where he comes out in relation to the guys. So it's looking like he will take top spots. He's been in the pits for a full tank of fuel. He's on the medium, so those will last a fair old chunk of time. NGR happy out on the softs, he will have to come in, so that will allow Hunty the Punty to take that top spot. Myler Tyler is only 6.4 seconds back and he's out on the softs as well, so he will gain a bit of time over Hunty. But then they'll both have to come in. No, Myler Tyler won't have to come in again, I don't think, and nor will Bogus Begbie. Just extending that gap, 7 seconds now. So NGR happy is in the pits. So Hunty now coming through, he will take that top spot. As I say, whether he lasts all the race on those mediums is another thing. We'll have to see about that. Gap down to 6.5 seconds then between Myler Tyler. Oh, so NGR Happy's left the room now as well. That's a shame. 6.8 the gap between Hunty the Punty and Myler Tyler. 7 seconds now. So did Bogus Begbie's out on the hards, fair. Keep an eye on that, see how he copes with the hards on that. So Boonseye Bob in 4th then. Now William Fischel, he's up into 5th. Revolver into 6th. And Lawn in 7th. So NGR Happy has rejoined the room. Unfortunately, that's his race over. He can't rejoin the track. So that's a bit of a shame. So that gap coming down a little bit, 5.7 now, the gap between Hunty, Punty and Myler Tyler. Back up to 5.8, so he's keeping it pretty consistent at the minute then. Hunty, I don't know whether he's got a slow section that he struggles on, where the guys gain a bit of time on him. .5 that gap still. So let's go on board with, let's pick a Myler Tyler lap. So we're on board in the Mini. As he just comes around the last right-hander then, headed down towards the line. You can see Hunty in front of him. Fast as he dares in this Mini, all the way down this start-finish straight, braking as late as he possibly can, keeping it out and tucking it into the left. We've got some glitching going on today, so not the prettiest of indoor laps, but sorry, onboard laps, but we'll stay with it. Fires himself back down the hill then towards the S's. Here's the sausage curve I keep talking about. He kept it wide through there, back up the hill, through this reasonably tight left, and then towards this hairpin. Hard on the brakes for the hairpin. We've got loads of glitching going on. And the last right hand turn back onto the start finish straight. So I'm getting out of that view as soon as possible because it's breaking my brain. That gap coming down again though. Hunty the Punty and Myler Tyler, 4.8 the gap. So those racing softs obviously doing their job for Myler. But you can see they're already starting to show a fair chunk of red on them. So will Hunty the Punty decide to do the full race on those mediums? Or will he dive in last minute for a bit of fuel, fresh set of super softs maybe, and go and put the pressure back on Myler Tyler and Bogus Begbie? We'll have to keep an eye on that. So Bogus Begbie is 1.9 seconds back from Myler Tyler. So that fight just over for the minute. We'll see as the race progresses. The gap coming down though, 1.5 between Myler Tyler and Bogus. Just seems gaining a lot of time through there, does Bogus Begbie. Boonseye Bob only 3 seconds back as well, so now we can see the back of Bogus Begbie. He'll be chomping at the bit to get on the back of him, get involved in a bit of a fight with those pair. So William Fischel right on the back bumper of Revolver 84. Yes, I think you could be right, Unbeatable. I think you could be right. So we'll just stick with this little fight at the minute. It seems to be the closest battle on track. Revolver does just seem to be eking out a bit of a gap over William. 0.6 of a second now. William Fischel's just run himself wide, so he won't be able to get back on track very easily, so that's compromised his lap. and lost him loads of time to Revolver, so he's 3.2, 3.9 seconds back from Revolver then. So a little bit too fast through that tight left-hander. You can see the damage it's caused, nearly 5 seconds back now. You could be right, Ryan, you could be right. He's out on the super softs. They're going to be pretty smashed up by the end of the race, so he'll be losing time on those unless he decides to come in and stick another set on. So that gap coming down pretty rapidly then. Hunty the Punty then, he has decided to come in the pits. So he's going to lose that top spot to Myler. Bogus Begbie will get past him, and probably Boone's Eye as well, but then he'll be able to come out on the fresher rubber. Stick it back on these guys when he comes out. You can see how late Myler Tyler's leaving it before he turns in on that corner. It almost looks like he's going to drive off track. It seems to be working for him. 1.7 the gap, 1.9 between Myler and Bogus. 2 seconds now, so yeah, gaining time hand over fist then over Bogus Begbie. That's just allowing Boone's Eye to close the gap, so 2.6 seconds back from Bogus Begbie. Now he was 3 seconds the last time we checked. Hunty the Punty back out, he's out on softs. He's got 3/4 of a tank, that should last him till the end of the race. So he gets to put some serious pressure. What is he, 10 seconds back, 10.5 back from Boone's Eye. 15.5 seconds back from P1, so keep an eye on that and see whether we can close those gaps. Revolver's not that far behind him either. So we saw Vilian Official get into trouble. Again, he's running himself wide on that same corner. So that's just allowed Lawn to get in front. He's holding P6 now, is Lawn. Official, I don't know, seems to be off the track all over the place, my friend. So back up to the front, Myler Tyler extending his gap to 3 seconds. Bogus Begbie losing more time to Boone's Eye behind him, 2.1 the gap. I'll be doing everything he can to close that gap on Bogus. Still at 2.1. He's got nothing to worry about from behind him. Hunty the Punty at the minute is 9.9 seconds back, so he's just got to concentrate on the man in front at the minute, keeping that gap at 2.1. Hunty the Punty, he has just been in the pits. Out on the softs, looking to finish this race then on those. 4th place for him at the minute. So that gap has come down. He is 15, so he's lost 0.4 of a second to P1. Obviously a similar amount of time to Boone's Eye in 3rd, so 9.3 that gap then between Hunty and Boone's Eye. It was 10.1 the last time we checked. So only 7.5 minutes left of the race. A lot of work to do then, Hunty, if you're looking to get back into this fight. But yeah, that's half a second, plus you've taken out the P1 spot, so we'll see. We'll check back with Hunty in a second, see where he is in relation to the other guys. Vilian then, so we have just caught him off track a few times. He's way down the pack now, 13.9 seconds back from Lawn in 6th. 45 seconds back off P1, so he'll be lucky he doesn't get lapped then before the end of this race. It's pronounced what? Booney? Where's the Z? Boonsy Bob. Boonsy Bob, is that right? Tell me if that's right. Boonsy instead of Boone's Eye. Or should I just call him Bob? It doesn't matter at the podium. I can call him what I want. I'm not there. Boonsy. All right, Boonsy Bob. I did get it right. I was calling him Bonsai Bob the first week I saw him, so you know he's lucky I got Boonsai. Enough of that waffle. Back up to Myler. So extending his gap more, 3.4 seconds over Bogus. Oh, Bogus just running himself wide onto the grass. Driftertronic in that, so that's going to give Boonsy a look in. Got his name right, first try, look at that. So he's 2.5 seconds back at the minute is Boonsy. So not losing a lot of time through there then, Bogus, really. I was expecting Boonsy to have caught up a fair old chunk. Cheers, Wes. Thanks for tuning in, mate. I'm fed up looking at your mate, so I'm going to switch over to Hunty, who is now... He's only 6 seconds back from Boonsy, so your mate's got to watch himself, Wes. But he's not managing to close the gap too much on P1, 14.8 seconds. So still only that half a second he's managed to chop off out of that. But chopping the gap out of Boonsy was 9, almost 10 seconds, I think, when we first looked. It's now down to 5.5. Just over 4 minutes left of this race. So he will be looking to get on the back of Boonsy before the end of it. I think it'll come down to the last couple of laps. Boone's Eye sounds better. Well, that's how it's written. I assumed it was like bonsai, but Boone's Eye. That's how I saw it. 4.8 then the gap between Boone's Eye and Boonsy. See, you made me say it wrong already. Between Boonsy and Hunty. Stop putting me off, you lot. Again coming down, 4.3. Even I'm rooting for you a little bit, Hunty, now. No offence, Boonsy, but he's doing a good job. Is Hunty closing you up a bit? So it's looking good for Myler Tyler then, 6.4 seconds up the road. He's holding the top spot of the race as well with a 56.2. So fastest lap for him. Lorne has decided to come back in the pits as well, so his tyres must be on the absolute limit, or he has run out of fuel. Yes, it's the latter. No fuel for Lorne. So will Filian be able to get past him? Yes, he will. So Filian up into 6th then while Lorne's in the pits. Just to keep an eye on that, because it doesn't always show up right when you come through the pits. So Myler Tyler extending his gap, 7.2. Bogus Begbie just keeping Boonsy at bay, 3.9 seconds. Hunty closing it down again, 2.4 back from Boonsy. So the super soft starting to hurt on Boonsy's car. Just under a quarter of a tank left, only 2 minutes left of the race. No problem, Humber Hunter, no problem. You can keep chatting all you want, it's just I don't always see it. When I do see it, I kind of get distracted by that, like I am now, instead of watching the race. Yeah, Hunty's having a good race tonight. He turned up via CJW. I think he linked up with CJW, who's running the other lobby, and decided he wanted to get involved after watching a couple of the streams. And here he is. Boonsy under some pressure, 1.5 that gap then. So it looks like they might just get 2 laps in. It's going to be a good old punch up on the last lap, I'll tell you that now. Myler Tyler comfortably 7.5 seconds up the road. So unless he has an absolute nightmare and spins off track, he's looking looking good for the win for this one. Bogus Begbie extending his gap over Boonseye. 5 seconds now, that gap. Less than a second between Boonsey and Hunty. Well, get involved then, GTSV. Get involved. It's just the next gen boys. You must know them lot. So Hunty right on the back of Boonsey then. He's pulled out to the right. Will he get the move done before the corner? Boonsey's got the inside line, but Hunty will have the better line coming out of the corner. Ooh, so both keeping it clean, a little bit of contact but nothing too dramatic. Hunty just having to tuck back in behind Boonsey then. So this will be last chance around these corners. We have only got 13 seconds of this race remaining. So he's got 3 chances to do it really. He's got this left-hander, he's got the hairpin, and he's got the right-hander onto the start-finish straight. But Boonsey knows what he's doing, he's keeping it tight. Getting his elbows out through there. So it's looking good for Boonsey, although Hunty the Punty's got a good run down there. So Hunty Punty takes 3rd on the line. Hunty the Punty out of nowhere took 3rd on the line. Told you it was going to be a punch up on the last lap. I told you. Yeah, flipping heck. That was a good fight. So Milo Tyler in 1st then, miles up the road. Bogus Begbie in 2nd. Hunty the Punty snatching 3rd place off Boonsey Bob in the very last second. Now I've lost the positions. I can't tell you people where people have come. Don't mess about, GTSV. Need some practice. Everyone who's joined these lobbies says, "Oh, I'm not very good. I've not practiced much," and then they come and smoke fools. That's some really good racing there tonight, people. Some good shouts from you lot. Humber Hunter, yeah, Humber Hunter, get involved. Well, that's part of racing sometimes. That, you know, hitting people, that's just sometimes what happens. I've not got a link to the NGR Discord, but I can put a link into the NGR Facebook page. If anyone listening from the NGR group, I've got a link for the Discord, and get hold of GTSV and give him a shout. He's obviously got a YouTube channel, so get hold of him, give him a shout, give him the link, all that sort of stuff. If I get hold of it, mate, I'll put it in the description and all that sort of stuff. Let me just go and have a look at race results, because I wanted to see where everyone came. So Milo Tyler in top spot, then Bogus Begbie in 2nd. Hunty the Punty, as I say, just snatching that win off of Boonsey. He must be spitting bullets. Last corner of the last lap, 4th place for Boonsey. Revolver in 5th. He had a bit of a fight with Vilian and Lorne as well during that race. So Lorne in 6th then. He was a new driver to the lobby. I don't know whether he was a backup driver or something daft like that, just waiting in the wings for a gap. And Vilian official, as I say, he was up and down the pack really, but unfortunately down in 7th place by the end of that race. So another quality one by the Next Gen boys. I hope you all enjoyed it. We've got the boys leaving the lobby now, so any minute someone's going to kick me out, I'm sure. Let me just give some congratulations as per usual to Top Boys, Milo Tyler, Bogus Begbie, Hunty the Punty. Oh, I'm going to give one to Boon's Eyes Bob, because that was great. I'm giving Hunty Punty and Boon's Eye Bob 3rd. They're both getting it. Boonsey Bob even. Okay, so Humble Hunter saying no Discord for NGR. Good, right, at least we can clear that up. So all the boys seem like they loved that race. That's good to see. There you go. Linked you up already, GTSV. You see that? Hunty, I've got to say, mate, blammo on the line, my friend. Taking that place off Boonsey. Well, I didn't know if you were going to get it done, my friend. You were looking good for the position, but I didn't know if you were going to get that done. Prove me wrong. Smoked him on the line. I'm sure Boonsy's not happy about that. Yeah, Boonsy just popping up in the lobby saying, sorry for the contact, Hunty. It was a bit lagging. Yeah, I did see that. I did mention it a few times. It's a shame, but it does happen. PlayStation servers, the Gran Turismo servers aren't always the most stable. They can crash at any minute. I don't know whether that's when they have like an earthquake or Godzilla, but it does happen quite a lot. Cheers, Humber Hunter. I'm back. When am I back? Oh, I'm back. What is it now? Monday. I'm back Wednesday for Next Gen versus MRC versus P1 versus GTSV. Not the guy chatting on here, a different GTSV. It's a team versus team GR3 event. Then I am back Thursday for P1 boys. They're in a very similar setup to this. They're in the little Toyota Concepts, short tracks, feisty little cars. It's always bumper to bumper action. It's also, cheers Wes, thank you very much my friend, thank you for the sub. So yes, Thursday for the Toyotas. If you want something 100% less professional than this, then check me out Friday. If you see me streaming Friday, come and check me out. You'll see the real me, right? Because I'll actually be racing. I won't be commentating, so I get a little bit more emotional when I'm behind the wheel. So I'll be calling people's mums and stuff. So that's Friday, and then I get Saturday off, and then I'm back Sunday night for P1. What are we on? Nissans. That's right. So yeah, Wednesday for the team versus team event. Thursday for the final of the Toyotas. That's round 10, the final of the Toyotas. Friday for Sweary Friday and Call Your Mum Friday, and then Sunday back for the Nissans. So thank you all for tuning in. Yes, unbeatable. I saw that Steve had hooked you up. I'm glad you're in, mate. Thank you, GTSV. I appreciate that, mate. I need an award for all this commentary. Well, just send me your bank details, mate. That'll do. Or a check. A blank check will do. Anything. You know, bag of apples. Anything. Anything that can help me give up work and do this would be awesome. I'll commentate on this stuff all day long. But yes, I am going to end the stream here, people. So apologies if you're chatting and you know, you don't get a chance to type that in. Yeah, I know, unbeatable. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Well, anything. You know, it saves me going to buy a bag of apples, doesn't it? Saves me that. I don't even know how much a bag of apples is, but it saved me that £1.29. Unless you're in Belgium, then it's euros in summer. But that's it. Stop talking to me now. I'm leaving. So another good race from the NGR boys. Catch me Wednesday, catch me Thursday, catch me Sweary Friday, and catch me Sunday. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here. Cheers, boys.